beaten up by life and be like, yo,
I'm no motivational speaker. Real short one is you can't stop time. No matter what happens in life, no matter how hard it is, no matter what it is that you're going through, everything is going to pass. So you just got to sit back and say, yeah, I can't stop time. I just got to ride through this, and do what I can to do about it. And at the end of the day, it'll be fine. I was in the Marines for a couple of years. For 8 years, I was in the Marines.
thank you for serving, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Appreciate that.
No problem. But the thing I learned in the Marines is that you just got to be flexible. If something happens, adjust and keep moving, and you'll be fine. Because at the end of the day, you can't stop time.
So here's a question then. From what it sounds like, you have a pretty good understanding that life is going to keep going.
Yeah.
We're all born and we all eventually pass, right?
Yeah.
During that time, how do we spend it? How have you come to terms with, all right, it's limited. What am I going to make out of it?
I'm more concerned about today than any other day. You know, like, what do I have to do today to make my life better on down the road? Like, my focus in life now is to make sure my wife is okay, to make sure that my kid is taken care of, to make sure that they have the best and the easiest and a better life as possible, which is what my main goal in life is right now.
Right, definitely.
My wife wanted me to say something. I forgot what
It'll come back.
Yeah, it'll come back. It'll come. The thing I tell people is that life, it's hard, you know?
That is.
And there's a couple different kinds of people out there, and you could either just, some people, when life gets stressful, I mean, it's like a weight on top of you. Some people just get crushed by it. You know, some people, they can hold the weight, but I mean, it just holds them back from doing anything else because it's just so heavy. And there's other people that the weight pushes on them, and it's just like a flat bench. If you want it off your chest, you got to push it.
Yeah.
And the only way you're going to get it off is if you push. Life is almost like the same way. If you want some room, you want some way to breathe, it's you the one that has to push.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know where I'm going with that. I just tell my wife, it's like, if it ever gets really, really hard, it's like the problem only exists as long as you're not doing anything about it. You know, the problem may come, you can either one or two things. You can sit there and dwell and work and cry about it all the time and bitch about it. But the thing is, you just have to push back if you want it to if you want it to change.
Yeah.
Like I said before, you know, time is going to pass. It's what you do with that time.
Sure.
Is going to make it. So in the Marines, stuff happens, stuff changes. You know, like I got deployed to Iraq, whatever. So and stuff.
You went out.
Yeah. So things change, right? And as the situation changes, you yourself have to change because, you know, like Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face. You know, so. Once you get hit in the face, what do?
Yeah,
you know, you got to fight back. You got to push back. If you want any kind of room, you want to move anywhere forward. It's you that has to do that.
You know, what you're talking about really sounds like being fluid, being able to adapt to different situations. And you also mentioned before people with that weight. I think it's hard though because a lot of people they let their past experiences dictate a lot of who they are now.
Yeah.
And you know, kind of taking that off, moving forward, it's hard. Not to say it's impossible, but I think a lot of people don't really get to them. You're different. You're a Marine man, so like.
I wasn't always a Marine. I hear you. The same way that a negative experience can change you, you know, you are the one that determines again how you respond.
Yeah.
Are you going to let that weight lean on you, or you have to dig deep to push back?
Sure.
So sometimes life may have been hard. I get it. And that experience changed you. I completely understand, but if you yourself, if you want to move forward, you have to take those steps. You have to be the one that pushes. You know, you may have someone that you can talk to that can encourage you, you know, almost like that guy at the gym, push, you know?
It's always that guy.
That guy at the gym is telling you to push harder, but at the end of the day, it's you the one that has to get that weight off of your chest.
Sure. That's encouraging to me.
I don't know, man.
I think for you to have gone to Iraq and come back and just be civilian again, and just kind of fight through your own battles in your own heart, in your own mind.
Yeah. My wife says I'm full of these stupid little gems.
Tell me, share it, please.
Civilians in the military, all right. Think of it. You ever seen those commercials where they show like the Navy SEALs and they're training, and they have these humongous logs, and they're all doing the sit up with the logs, and they're all running with the same fucking log and shit like that. That log, if you really to use as a metaphor, is stress, and it's the weight of everything that's involved inside of combat. It's inside of the stress that comes along with being away from home. It comes with sleeping in the dirt, it comes with sleeping in the cold, it comes with sleeping in the rains, eating MREs every freaking day. That's what that log represents, the burden of the military. What ends up happening in the military is that everyone, just like in the commercials, everyone helps you carry that log.
That's true.
You know, and the Marines and the military is the only place where they actually check you, and you have a group of people around you that constantly look after you and ask you, are you okay? You come out of the world, and all of a sudden, you yourself have to carry that log. Some people can carry that log, but at the same time, it's still a burden. Other people, that log is way too heavy. That's why you have the 22 veterans commit suicide every day. That once you get out of the world, yes, it's true.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the thing. No one knows. But that's the difference. In the real world, you have to do it yourself. In the military, you have your unit, you have your people that are in charge.
Yeah.
Heavy.
How would you, so let's say a veteran's watching, how would you suggest or encourage them to just carry that log on their own? 'Cause
I'm not going to tell anyone to carry that log on their own.
yeah.
Seek out your brothers, you know, your friends that are in your buddies that are in the Marine Corps with you, you know, the military, whatever branch it is that you're in. Seek them out. They're still there to help you carry that log. You can't, never feel that you have to carry that on your own. There's always someone out there that will help you. And even if you don't know them at all, any kind of veteran group, whatever you can, find someone that you can relate to help you lift that log again.
I think we can relate that not to just the military, but a lot of things in life. Like that's kind of the reasons why I'm even doing this, because people go through these experiences, and you might think you're alone in it. But in reality, there's thousands of others who are fighting the same battles that you are.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that people will never realize, hey, I'm not alone in this. And
Yeah.
like, it really gnaws away. So I want people to be able to share their experiences and encourage others, saying, hey, listen, I fought it. I know how hard it is. You can get through it too, just like me. But
Yeah.
I mean, life is tough. Life is tough.
Yeah, but like I said, you got to push.
The military, man. No, I really do appreciate. Like, I started my own business, so I do
congrats.
understand like the daily hustle and just being able to just keep taking it a day at a time, and not letting it get to your mind so much.
Yes,
Yeah, there are some ups and downs for sure.
of course, but you can't stop time.
No, keep going with it. Make the most of it, right?
Indeed, my friend.
Let's say your son watches this 10, 15 years from now. What do you tell your son?
Push. If it's hard, you just got to push. You can do it.
Yeah. Short and sweet.
That's
I
it,
like
man.
that. Hey, thanks so much, man.
Got it, my man.